Good morning, students. Welcome to today's lecture. In the last class, we discussed some questions in exercise. Today, we will continue from there only. Question number 7. I gave you this as homework. Let's discuss this. Question number 7 is Dinesh went from place A to place B. Where is place A? It's here. And place B is here. From there to place C. From here to place C. Just read the question and try to understand with the figure. Nothing else. It's a very easy question. So this boy Dinesh went from A to B, then B to C. Okay. Then what is given to you? A is how much? 7.5 kilometer. This is 7.5 kilometers. And B is away from C how much? 12.7. So we know both the distances now. That this is 7.5, this is 12.5. Got it. Now one more boy is there, Ayub. He went from place A to place D. That is, Ayub went from A to D, then D to C, like this. So both are reaching C point. If you see, this boy Dinesh is also reaching C, this boy Ayub is also reaching C, but both are choosing different path. So in this case of Ayub, they are saying D is 9.3 km from A. So this distance is 9.3 and C to D is how much? 11.8. Now what the question asks from us? Question is asking who traveled more and by how much? Very simple question. All the units are same, so we can add them also. There is no issue at all. So let's see. First column I made for Dinesh, second for Ayub. Dinesh going from A to B, B to C. So we can say Dinesh is going AB distance plus BC distance. So like this, AB plus BC, 7.5 plus 12.7. Now the question comes, how to add decimals? You have studied this already. Nothing is new. Just see. Simply write the numbers like this. 7.5, point is middle, then 12.7. Make sure that the place values are at same position. These two are tenth. Decimals are in 9. These two are ones. This is hundreds. Got it? So this I've done over here and added them. How? 5 plus 7 is 12. 1 is carried. 7 plus 1 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. 0 comes here. 1 is carried. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I've got 20.2 distance traveled by Dinesh. Similarly, Ayub traveled A to D, D to C. That is AD plus DC. This distance AD plus DC. Simple. Add these values 9.3 plus 11.8. Simply same thing. Tenth in line, decimal in line, ones in line, and tens in line. Okay. This was tens. I forgot to say it. I accidentally said it as hundreds. It is tens only. Okay. So again repeating. This was tenth. This is ones. This is tens. Okay. So after placing them like this, we can add them easily. 8 plus 3 is 11. 1 is here. 1 is carried over like this. 9 plus 1 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. 1 carried. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 21.1. Now if you have to compare who has traveled more. If you compare, I have told you first compare the most significant digit. It is same. So move to the next 0 and 1. Which is more? This is more. So we will place this one. So I have traveled more. Now the question is saying by how much? For that what we have to do? Just subtract it. 21.1 minus 20.2. Again follow the same rule. All the place value should be one above other. So tenth, decimal, ones, tens. Done. 11 minus 2 is 9. 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. So 0.9 kilometers is the answer. So in this case there was no issue because adding same units is not an issue. But if the question was some part in kilometer, some part in meter, some part in millimeters, in that case you had an issue because you can't add kilometer and meters. To add them, you have to make them same. Try to understand this thing. You can add kilometer and meter only after making them same. Okay. So let's see the next example that will make it clear. This question. Shama bought 5 kg 300 gram apples. So why they are writing like this? Why don't they add it and say she bought this 305 kg apples? No, you can't add them because it is a compound unit. Kg and gram both are there. You can't add them directly. Okay. Similarly, she bought some apples, she bought some mangoes. Sarla also bought some fruits. She bought some oranges and some bananas. Who bought more fruits? To compare them, first of all, we have to add both the things. And to add properly, I have told you, you have to make all the units same. So let's try to make that. Before that, what is given to us, I have written here. What is given? Given is this lady Shama who bought apples 5 kg 300 gram and mangoes 3 kg 250 gram. You can add them directly also, no issue, but I prefer to completely make them single unit. I don't like this compound units. I don't like personally. So I try to make them single unit. Either I will make it both in kg or both in grams. What is easy for me, I will decide later on, but I will make it single unit only. Okay, I will not take 2 units at a time. Now, Sarla, second lady, she bought orange and bananas, these much. So let's see how to solve this question. There are two ways. Either make complete unit in grams, that means the kg thing will become gram, or make complete in kg, that is the gram thing will become kg. Now we will understand the technical things inside this and then understand which way should be preferred. Let's see. We know 1 kg equal to 1000 grams and 1 gram equal to 1 upon 1000 kg. What do you think? What do you prefer? Multiplying with 1000 or dividing by 1000? I know it doesn't matter how, what do you say, grown up we become, but still we like multiplication over division. We still like addition over subtraction because they are straightforward. They give answer in a minute or in a second, but division and all these things, they are a little bit complicated. So I personally prefer making this unit because in this I have to multiply. Okay, I want to, what you say, this, skip this division part as much as possible. Okay, so let's go with the first way, that we will make complete unit as grams. So let's see. Okay, Shama bought 5 kg plus 300 grams. This 5 kg can be seen as 5 into 1 kg. We can see, no issue. This 1 kg can be written as 1000 gram. So we can write it as 5 into 1000 grams plus 300 grams. It is simple. If 1 kg equal to 1000 grams, then 5 kg equal to 5 into 1000. No issue. So we have 5000 plus 300 grams. Now can we add them? Yes. Now we can add them because they both are in grams and becomes 5300 grams. This is the apple she bought. Now about the mangoes. She bought 3 kg plus 250 gram of mangoes. Again, I can see this 3 kg as 3 into 1 kg, which finally becomes 3 into 1000 gram. Why 1000 gram? Because value of 1 kg is how much? 1000 gram only. What is the issue? Just write like this, plus 250 grams, and 3 into 1000 is 3000 plus 250. Now we can add them easily. It becomes 3250 grams. So what we have done is we have found everything in gram and then just found the total weight in grams, that is 5300 plus 3250, and the answer came as 8550 grams. Isn't it easy? You could do it with kg also, but in that case it will be in division thing, little bit complicated. this gram thing is more easy, so I'm going with it. Okay, it will be easy for you to understand also. Now, Shama is done. Now comes the chance of Sarla. Before that, I am again showing you the question. Don't write again, okay? Just write the question number, that is enough. Now Sarla bought how much? 4 kg 800 gram. Again, I will convert this complete into grams. Simple thing. Can I write this like this? 4 into 1 kg plus 800 gram. Same thing. And this 4 into 1 becomes 4 into 1000 grams. That is, so 4000 plus 800 grams becomes 4800 grams orange. Now for bananas, how much banana she is buying? 4 kg 150 gram. So again I can write like this, 4 kg plus 150 gram. This 4 kg can be written as 4 into 1 kg, and that can be written as 4 into 1000. Okay, it becomes 4000 plus 150 gram, that is 4150 grams. I am taking these many steps to solve this just to make you understand that the day you understood all these things, you can skip some steps. But till that time, try to write all these steps because this is the learning stage. Okay. Now, total with Sarla is how much? 4800 grams plus 4150. And if you add these two, you will get 8950 grams. You can check on your own. So 8950 for Sarla, 8550 for Shama. Who bought more? Obviously, compare most significant equal second most significant. Sarla has more, so Sarla bought more fruits. Question is very easy. If the question asks how much more she bought, very simple. Just subtract these two and you'll get the answer. Okay. Okay. Now comes the most easiest part of this chapter, that is multiplication of decimals. Why I'm saying it easy? Because here the work is very easy if you go by a particular method. The method that I'm going to tell you will make it very easy. The question is this, suppose 2.7 into 4. To multiply this in this state of decimal can make it little bit tricky for you. In class 7th, we will use a simple method. That is, we will convert this number, decimal number, into fraction. How? I will remove decimal as I've told you already. When you remove decimal, what happens? When you remove decimal, what happens? 1 comes in the denominator. And then we count the number of digits after decimal. That is 1 only. So 0 will come like this. Now, we all know it is 4 upon 1. So 27 into 4, numerator. 10 into 1, denominator. Now, now comes the most important part. You could divide these two. But I am requesting one thing over here. In this world, the best number is 0. Now you will ask why? Because 0 into anything is 0 and 0 plus anything is that number only. So it is very easy to tell the answer without using pen. Second best number is 1. Similarly, third best number is 10. So the third best number is 10. Why third best number is 10? Because 10 into anything you can find easily. Suppose I say 10 into 10, you can say 100. 10 into 5, 50. So you don't need any pen and pencil. So I request you here not to cut such a sweet number. So whenever you have 10, 100, 1000, lakhs, these type of numbers in the denominator, don't cut them. Let them with you till the end, and we will see how they make our life easy. Okay, so don't cut them, please. Huh? This is a request. This will make the question easy for you. If you cut, it will not be wrong. But if you don't cut, it will be easy for you. Okay, let's see how. So just multiply the numerators. 27 fours are 108 you will get. So the final answer is 108 upon 10. Now, question was in decimals. Answer should be in decimal also. So let's write the answer in decimal. So 108 upon 10. Now I will tell you why this number is special. Just cut the number and see how many zeros are there. Only one zero. So after one digit, sorry, before one digit, put a decimal like this, and you have got the answer. Isn't it easy? So answer is 10.8. Just follow this technique in every question and it will be easy for you. I will take two more examples for you to make it easy. Let's see. Okay, 1.8 into 1.2. Same thing. I will write the number like this. I will remove the decimals. 10 will come below this. 10 will come below this. Now we all know 18 into 12 is the numerator. 10 into 10 is the denominator. Again, we have the chance to cut these numbers by 2. Again, we have chance to cut these numbers by 2. But what do you say? Should we cut them? No, because 10 is a very sweet number. It should not be cut in between. It should be cut only finally. Okay? Don't cut it in between. If you cut it in between, it will be okay, but little bit tough for you. Okay? So see, what will we do? We just multiply the numerators, that is 18 into 12. After multiplying it like this, you get the number as 216. So the final is 216 upon 10 tens are 100. Again count the number of zeros. There are two zeros. So count the digits, two digits, one digit, two digit. Before that, put a decimal like this, and you are done. The answer is 2.16. Is it tough? I don't think so. It is very easy. Simple multiplication that you are doing from your childhood with just one technique, that don't cut these 10, and your life is easy. Okay, let's see. One more example. 2.3 into 4.35. In this case, let's see what happens. Again, remove decimals. It become 10 and become 100 because after decimal there are two digits. So we have got 100 over here. Now again multiply the numerators. 23 into 435, 10 into 100. Again you can cut them, but I request not to cut. So just multiply the numerators like this. When you multiply, you will get this answer. Don't copy my calculation. Try to do it on your own. Okay. After you multiply, you get 1,005. 1,005. Let me write again. 1,005 upon 1,000. One more thing, I can also do mistakes because I'm also a human being. So whenever I do a mistake, do tell me in the group so that I can correct it. Okay. Now we have to cut this 1,000 and see where the decimal will come. For that, count the number of zeros. There are three zeros. Now count from the last digit. One digit, two digit, three digit. Before that, put a decimal. So the answer is 10.005. Was it tough? No, it was very easy. Okay, so in this way you can solve any question of multiplication in the case of decimals. Later on we will understand how to multiply them directly also, but till now in your course you should understand this method. Okay, thank you. All the best. Keep revising and understanding.